Seconds before I was about to step onto the rink with my skating partner and boyfriend, Victor. He turned to me nervously. "Are you sure about this?" Course I was. "My name is Quinn for a reason, darling." The crowd went wild as we glided across the ice, dancing flawlessly. Toward the end of our routine, I skated toward Victor, and he threw me into the air. The stadium went silent as I spun gracefully a few times before landing perfectly in his arms. As the audience erupted in applause, Victor pulled me in for a kiss. As expected, we crushed the competition and left no crumbs behind. "Hi, my name is Quinn, and I used to be the most popular girl in school and the best figure skater in town. Life was perfect, until everything changed in the worst way possible. But first, please like and subscribe." Later that night, my best friend Elena hosted a pool party at her mansion to celebrate our win. She invited everyone, which honestly wasn't really my vibe. "You know I hate huge parties," I said, half joking. "Oh, come on, girl. One more competition and you two are headed to the Olympics. We need to celebrate. Actually, we need to study for finals next week. Let's forget about everything and have some real fun tonight." Victor jumped into the pool, and Elena followed. Eventually, I couldn't resist either. But as I was walking toward the pool, I suddenly slipped on something. I felt my head hit the ground and everything went black. When I opened my eyes again, I realized I was in the hospital. A nurse walked in, clearly shocked to see me awake. She quickly called the doctor, who rushed in and started examining me. When I asked what had happened, he dropped a bombshell. "You suffered a serious head injury and fell into a coma for 3 years and 2 months. It's a miracle you're awake now, and all your functions seem perfectly normal. But I wouldn't recommend skating for a while." I sat there, dazed, letting his words sink in. 3 years. I missed everything. High school was over, the world had moved on, and even the president had changed. Panic set in. Where was everyone? What about my career? My parents were out of town, but the doctor got them on the phone right away. They shrieked in excitement when they heard my voice. "Oh my God, you're awake. We're coming home right away, honey. And please don't meet anyone until we've talked, okay? Love you." But as soon as I got out of the hospital, I asked my driver to take me to Victor's house. He looked like he'd seen a ghost. "Quinn, is that really you? Surprise. Did you miss me?" "Of course I missed you. I just can't believe you're here." I threw my arms around his neck and lifted my head for a kiss, but just then a girl appeared behind him. "Elena. Bestie. Oh my God, is this for real? I can't believe I've been asleep for 3 freaking years. I need to know everything." "Well," she said hesitantly, "Victor and I had our 3rd sectional win yesterday, and we'll be competing in the nationals soon." I blinked a few times, trying to process what she just said. "You replaced me as his skating partner a year after your accident." "Oh wow, that's great. Elena's pretty good at skating too." "I know, right? We make a good team. And one more thing." She held up her hand. "We're engaged." I laughed nervously. "Nice joke, bestie." But neither of them laughed. "You're serious?" I felt like an elephant had slapped me across the face. "You're not mad at us, right? I mean, it's been 3 years. We didn't know if you'd ever wake up." "Of course I understand. I'm happy for you." Then I turned and left quickly, feeling like a zombie. When I got home, I had a complete meltdown. Soon I found out that aside from skating together and being engaged, Elena and Victor were also studying at my dream university. It felt more painful than 10 toothaches combined. I visited the rink where I used to train, but no one seemed to recognize me anymore. Everyone had moved on, while I'd lost 3 years, my career, my best friend, and my boyfriend. When my parents finally arrived, they did everything to cheer me up, but I just felt depressed. I had to start all over again, and I didn't know how. Mom convinced me that the first step was to go back to high school and finish it. But everyone my age had already graduated, and being the oldest in class was weird. Just made me miss Victor even more. One day, I was at the grocery store when I saw Victor and Elena being interviewed on television. Seeing how happy they looked together hurt so much. Another meltdown was brewing, but just then the cashier caught my attention. He was dancing as he worked, kind of extra but oddly charming. When he turned around, I noticed he was actually really cute. To my surprise, he gave me a knowing smile and winked. I ignored him and walked away. A few days later, I was studying in a cafe near my school, the one that always played classical music, my favorite. But suddenly, a guy started playing a loud song on his little speaker. Sounded so annoying. Our eyes met, and I realized it was the same cute cashier from the store. He walked up to my table and poked my cheek. "Excuse me, what are you doing?" "Sorry, I've been wanting to check if you're real since I saw you at the grocery store. You're just too beautiful for this world. And you're just too cheesy for the whole universe. But at least I made you smile. I'm Derek, by the way. And you're Quinn. Nice name. Quinn, do you need a king?" "Nope. I just need you to shut your noisy music off. Hip-hop music isn't noise. It's amazing. Sure, whatever makes you happy. It's you, babe." I wanted to roll my eyes, but I ended up smiling instead. After that, Derek always showed up when I was in the cafe, and I enjoyed his company. I learned that he was a working college student who dreamed of becoming a famous hip-hop dancer someday. He was flirty, funny, and a great listener. If your ex really loved you, he would have waited for you. Just forget him. I'm sure I'm more handsome. Maybe. But he definitely dresses better than you. Derek always wore hoodies and jerseys 3 sizes too big. He was the opposite of Victor, who always looked like a prince. Snap out of it, Quinn. He's engaged. One day when I was with Derek, a familiar couple walked into the cafe. Victor and Elena. I had to show them that I was doing just fine. As they got closer, I let out an exaggerated laugh. "Oh my Boubert, you're so funny. I want to die. What's so funny about my neighbor's cat dying?" I continued laughing like an octopus was tickling me. "Oh hey girl. Oh my god, hi. What brings you two here?" "This guy just can't get enough of me, so he brought me here on a lunch date." "I heard you went back to school." "Yeah, life goes on, you know." "Oh, this is my boyfriend, Derek. He's a hip-hop dancer." Victor suddenly cut in. "I thought you hated hip-hop." "Not when my Boo Bear dances to it. He's just the coolest." Victor looked mad, and I was loving it. They sat at a table across from ours, and I jumped onto Derek's lap, feeding him French fries. Victor kept looking my way, and Elena looked furious. Soon enough, the lovebirds started arguing and left. "Oh, I'm your boyfriend now, huh?" "I'm sorry that came out of nowhere. But I just had to do it. I didn't want to look like a loser in front of them." "I get it. We can continue pretending, to show them. Just be careful though. You might fall in love with me for real." "Oh, trust me. I won't. You're not my type." And just like that, I got myself a brand new boyfriend. The chance to take him with me came sooner than I expected when I heard about the next skating competition, the one Elena and Victor were participating in. I had to see how good she really was. And I was stunned. Elena skated like a pro, and their chemistry was on fire. To make things worse, Victor kissed her after their performance. Suddenly I found myself crying. I hadn't even realized it until Derek turned to me, concern in his eyes. He gently wiped my tears away, and for a moment my heart kind of fluttered. "Remember," he said softly, "you're a queen." He was right. I had to get back on the ice. And this time I didn't need a partner. I wasn't technically allowed to skate yet, but that didn't stop me. I started training anyway, stubborn as ever, ignoring both my parents and Derek, who tried to talk me out of it. "Even if you're just my fake boyfriend, you have to support me, okay?" He sighed. "Fine, but on one condition. I have to be with you whenever you practice. I'll protect you. That's my coach's job. Do you even know how to skate?" "Oh baby," he smirked. "I'm the breakdancing king. Skating will be a piece of cake." But when he finally got on his skates, I almost died laughing. He looked like a scared baby penguin, wobbling around and falling on his butt every 5 seconds. "Relax," I told him. Just trust me and don't let go. I won't. The next minute he slipped again, but I was quick to grab him. As I pulled him back up, our lips almost touched, and my heartbeat went into overdrive. Before things could get any more awkward, my coach walked in. I felt oddly disappointed. My birthday was just a few days away, and my parents decided to throw a huge party to celebrate. They invited all their rich friends, including Victor and his parents. It was the perfect chance to show off my new boyfriend. But I knew what these people were like, so I had to make some changes to Derek's look first. I'll send some stylists over before the party, I told him. And one of my cars will pick you up. Okay, sure. See you later then. On the evening of the party, everyone had already arrived when a Lamborghini pulled into the driveway. My jaw dropped when Derek stepped out. He was wearing a sleek white suit, his hair neatly brushed up. He looked absolutely gorgeous. And clearly, I wasn't the only one who thought so. I introduced him to my parents, and they looked genuinely impressed. Everything was going smoothly, until someone asked about what his parents did for a living. I panicked, but thankfully, someone walked in just then to distract them. It was Victor. Elena wasn't with him, and I wondered why. "Oh, it's been a while, sweetheart," he said, smiling. "You look even more handsome than before." "So perfect for my daughter," my mom chimed in. "Is it too late for you two to get back together?" I couldn't believe it. My mom and her rich friends kept gushing over Victor in front of my actual boyfriend, who they didn't know was fake. Then suddenly, Derek walked up to the grand piano and asked for everyone's attention. "I'd like to dedicate this song to my amazing girlfriend, Quinn, the queen of my life." He started playing one of my favorite love songs, and my heart just melted. Everyone was mesmerized by his performance. But just as he finished, his phone rang, and his ringtone was a hip-hop song with some very embarrassing lyrics. Everyone's eyebrows shot up in judgment. Derek fumbled trying to turn it off, accidentally bumping into a waiter behind him and ending up with food all over himself. As I rushed to help him, I heard Victor laugh. "A few piano tricks and some borrowed clothes can't buy something like class. It's so obvious he's not one of us, Quinn." Derek glared at him angrily, and I was afraid the two might actually start fighting. So I dragged Derek outside. "I'm sorry for how everyone acted," I said. "But you think the same, don't you?" he replied. "That's why you groomed me to make me presentable." "No," I said quickly. "That was a mistake. Sorry. Let's just get out of here." "But what about your party? I hate huge parties. Take me somewhere else, please." He took me to a club, where everyone seemed to know him and watched as he danced. I totally understood why. He moved like he owned the floor. "Come on, dance with me." I'm not into hip-hop. But he pulled me onto the dance floor anyway, and we just went wild. When the song ended, everyone clapped for us. Then he drew me close. "I'm sorry for ruining your birthday. You actually made it better." And before I knew it, I kissed him. It felt surreal, like everything else had faded away. All night long I couldn't stop thinking about Derek or that kiss. But I really needed to focus on my skating because I'd entered the next big competition. I had to work hard to regain my momentum and learn how to perform without a partner. One day, while I was practicing alone on the rink, Victor showed up unexpectedly. "What are you doing here?" he asked. "And why were you such a jerk to my boyfriend? Can we forget about everyone else for a moment? Will you dance with me, for old time's sake?" I missed skating with him, so I gave in. We started dancing together and it felt so natural. We still knew each other's minds and bodies on the ice. We fit perfectly. Other skaters gathered around, watching us in amazement. When the music ended, we were both out of breath. And then, suddenly, he leaned in and kissed me. But just then I spotted Derek watching us, and he turned to leave. "Derek, no. Wait." Victor grabbed my hand. "Let him go. Come back to me. I miss you." "But what about Elena? You're engaged. I like you more. And with you by my side, we can definitely reach the Olympics." "Maybe," I said, confused. "We're just meant to be friends, Victor." We both know we're not. We belong together. I'll wait for you till you come back to your senses, Quinn. I still love you. His words left me completely torn. I was getting along really well with Derek, but now Victor wanted me back and it was messing with my head. To make matters worse, our kiss was all over the news, sparking rumors that we were getting back together. Derek stopped showing up at the cafe, so I went to the grocery store to find him. What's wrong? Are you avoiding me? No, he said quietly. I just don't think you need me anymore. You got what you wanted. If you're talking about Victor, then you're mistaken. We're not getting back together. I can't decide yet. Take your time, he said. But I'm not going to stick around for you to make up your mind. He's the right choice, trust me. But I like you, Derek. I really do. If that were true, you wouldn't have asked me to try being something I'm not. We both know I don't belong in your world, Quinn. He went back to work and I walked away wanting to cry. When I got home, a maid told me there was a visitor in my room. I walked in and suddenly someone slammed the door shut and pinned me against it. Elena, what are you doing? Stop messing with my Victor. It's been 3 years, you need to move on. It's not what you think. What happened at the rink was nothing. Drop the act. I know you're trying to win him back. But he's mine now. Just deal with it. But in the next few days I barely thought about Victor at all. All I cared about was Derek avoiding me, and it was driving me crazy. I could hardly focus on my training and the competition was just 2 days away. I even considered quitting. Everyone was expecting my comeback. On the big day I felt like I might pee from nerves. I scanned the crowd hoping to see Derek's face, but he wasn't there. Just as I was putting on my skates in the locker room, Victor walked in. I see Derek's not here. I'm happy you sent that loser packing. I knew you couldn't be serious about him. I'll dump Elena tonight too. She's probably going to cry a lot, which will be annoying. Victor, I interrupted. I am serious about him. But even if I wasn't, there's no future for you and me. I don't know why it took me so long to see it, but you're kind of a jerk. Don't be stupid, Quinn. I am your future. You need me as a partner. No, Victor. I really don't. Being alone has taught me that I can be alone, and that I don't need you. As I pushed past him, we both saw Elena standing by the door. She'd clearly heard everything. She went bonkers attacking Victor and I ran off grinning. He deserved it. I started my routine feeling confident, and then suddenly I spotted Derek in the crowd. Seeing him there electrified me. I performed some of my best moves, and the judges gave me a standing ovation. I ended up in second place, but I wasn't disappointed. This was just the beginning of my comeback. Afterward I found Derek waiting for me. I didn't expect to see you here. I think you should have come first. You're amazing. Just having you here makes me feel like I won. I missed you, Derek, I said softly. And I love you just the way you are. Do you really mean it this time? Smiled. What do you think? I think you need to kiss me to prove it. I leaned in, and just as our lips were about to touch, I teased. You're going to have to catch me first. He grinned. Bring it on.